Welcome in this segment, and in this segment we are going to style this form that you just created in our previous tutorial. And this form is supposed to accept new products that the user is going to enter. Now, in order for you to style this, you just go to our VS Code, and then you go to File, and then you go to New File. We are going to create a new file called form styling. So form_styling.php. okay, and then you click on this create file. Now this file is going to be placed in the root directory, the same root directory we have been working on, but under the CSS file. Okay, under the CSS. So you click on the CSS and then you just create. Okay, now after doing that, remember this is a CSS. It's not supposed to be form_styling.php. No, it's not supposed to be that. It's supposed to be form_styling.css. Sorry for that. We just go back, file, new file. It's a form_styling.css. perfect. Okay, then you go here. We want to delete, in fact, this one, so I just Control D, and then I just paste this one. Okay, just want to, is it, we have got PHP? No. Okay, so this one is supposed to create. Don't want to replace it, I just want, okay, it's giving me the same output. So let me just go back to here, and then I just go and remove it first. So this one I delete it first. So I go back to my code. Now I want to create a new one. I go to File, New File. Then I just want to have form_styling.css. okay, then I just want to store it inside here. Create. Perfect. It is well now. Okay, so this one I think we are done with it, so I'm going to close others. I'm just going to close these other files that we are done with them. Okay, that one we are not done with it. I'll just reopen it. Just go to open file, and then I just want to reopen this form. Open this. So these ones I can just maybe I can leave these ones for now. Then now I want this to be at this side up. I want it to be at this point, and then these ones to be following like that. Good. Now I just want to do the following styling quickly on this particular place. But before I do that, there is something I realized in our previous tutorial. In this segment where we are saying unit price. So the unit price we are using input type text. It's not text. It's supposed to be number. So I'm supposed to change that to number. So quantity is also number. So I'm going to change it to number. Okay. So I'm expecting an integer. Okay. So this one is text. This is text. This is number. This is number. This is the text, and then this is okay. So everything is okay up to that. But I save it again, and then I just go to my CSS and then do the styling. So input, we're going to style input, and then you put the square bracket, and then you say type is equal to text. Okay, I want to style that, comma, input, okay, type is equal to number. I'm going to style that also. Then select, and then we just put that like that, and then we just say that we want it to have a width of 100 pixels, 100%, I mean. Then we also want the padding to be 12 pixels, and also 20 pixels. Again, it's 20 pixels. So this implies top down 12 pixels, and then left right is supposed to be 20 pixels. Good. Then you go to margin. Margin, we are going to have 8 pixels. by 0. Okay, and then you're also going to have display should be inline block. Display should be inline block. So if you missed a video on this display issue, kindly go to my YouTube channel, and you can also find the description section this content. Okay, then you have border radius. So border radius, we want to use 4 pixels. 4 pixels for border radius. And then we also want to style the box sizing. So these are some of the things we covered in CSS. Box sizing, we want it to be border box. Not content box. Very good. Now after doing that, we go to the next one, input type, and then we just say equal sign submit, and then we want to use width is equal to 100 pixels. Background color, we want to use the background color of 2CA 089. So that's the color that we want to use for the background color. And then we also want to use the color for the text to be white. The color for the text, we want it to be white. And then we are going to use the padding. We are going to use 40 pixels by 20 pixels. Yeah. Then we go to the next one, we say margin. We are going to use so I think we have mentioned, okay, margin we are going to use 8 pixels, 0 by 0. And then you can also save the border to be none. We're going to say the border to be none, and then we're going to say the border radius also to be 4 pixels. You can just give it a value of 4 pixels, like that. Then okay, there is double there, so you can remove one. So cursor pointer, yeah, cursor is pointer. So that is it about the input box. The submit, this is the button, the submit button. So that is the styling for the submit button, especially the type. Yeah. So in this, the next thing we want to do, and the last one, is the input type is equal to submit. And in this case, we want to say if this part is hovered on, if the user hover over this area, the following should take place. The background should change. The background color should change to #2CA 089. Okay. So in case he hovers over that particular part, that is the color that should be displayed in this place. Very good. Now after doing that, we just save this, and then we try to refresh our page if it has been able to capture the new changes. So if I refresh this, you can see there's nothing. Why? Because we have not been able to add the external link. So we missed to add the external link here. Remember, we had left some space here for external link. So if I add the external link, my code will just be like a newborn. Okay, so we are just going to say style sheet